second, it feels like. But it's your girl Shanice, and if you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Today, I just wanted to take some time, very little time actually, to talk to you about studying the Bible. I have a lot of people tell me, Shanice, how do you study the Bible? Like, what do you do? And if you're starting out and you just said the prayer of salvation, you're new to Christ, you're new to having an intimate relationship with Him, and you're not sure where you actually want to start with delving into the Bible. I know it's thousands of pages long, and there's so much to be learned from it. You're just not sure what to do. The first thing I will tell you is if you go on Instagram and go to the @RainsSal page, on that bio, you're able to go ahead and click on the link to Foundation School. I'll also include the link in the description or caption of this YouTube video, so you can go ahead and read through that description and you're able to get to the link from there as well. But what the Foundation School is you're going to be able to be taken to foundational principles found in the Bible, so it helps you in the sense that you don't have to figure out where to start from. It gives you like a baseline, what you are, what you have, who God has called you to be. It shows you where to find all this in the Bible. And what I really love about it is this link that I'm sharing with you is a virtual class, so you can take it at your own convenience. And it tests you too. Like as you're going through the modules, it will stop and ask you some questions to make sure that you are retaining the knowledge from what you're hearing. So highly recommend it if you're looking for a good place to start. Now, if you're like, Shanice, I've already gone through Foundation School, I am just trying to get into a habit of reading the Word on my own, so where do I start? I always just tell my people to start first off with looking at what does God not like, right? When it comes to your walk with Christ, it's really important that you're loving on Him, right? And just as He's loved us, you have to love Him too. And so I always tell people the best way to love someone is by doing the things that they like and then staying away and avoiding the things that they don't like. So for you to really start being able to love God, you need to know, what does God like and what does He absolutely detest, right? And so when you start studying the Bible, look for those things and then start taking notes on them. Like, this is what God really hates. And to really get into that, I would recommend Proverbs 4. Really, I love the book of Proverbs because it talks about God, it talks about wisdom with Christ, and I highly recommend reading that book. I know most people try to get through the Bible and they're not really sure what order to go in. I think as long as you just start, you'll eventually finish, but just start somewhere. And if you're looking for what does God hates, Proverbs is a good place to find those things. And then, of course, you want to find out, what does God love? What does He delight in? And you can go through, if you have, apps for the Bible, you can go through and start looking for verses that talks about, what does God love? What can He do without? Like, what does God want you to be that He can't get with anybody else? You start looking for these things and you start studying them, finding ways to apply them to your life. That's personally just my recommendation. And then also getting to know who Jesus Christ is. That's the next step. Is if you've gone through Foundation School, you still have questions about Jesus. I like to go through the New Testament and see, what is Jesus saying? How does Jesus pray when He's talking to God? What does that look like? A lot of people mistake the Lord's Prayer as how we're supposed to pray, and it's like, if you study your Bible, you'll see, where Jesus prays to God, and that's how we're supposed to be praying to God. That's how we're supposed to be talking to Him, and then learning about, with Christ's resurrection, what does my spiritual walk supposed to look like? Starting to find those things in the New Testament with Paul's writing, with John's writing, I don't want to give you too much homework, but I'll include this in the caption as well, and just kind of try to give you as much detail as I possibly can in there. But like I said, if you have any questions, again, the @RainsCell on Instagram handle, that's the best way to get in touch with a community of like-minded individuals that can, get you started on your journey with Christ, help answer any questions you have, even if you're going through foundation school, and help you with anything that comes up, just praying for you, whatever. Thank you so much for listening. As always, I love you and God bless you. And I pray that the rest of your week is incredibly wonderful and marvelous. I'll see you next time.